Normal JIT compiles only those methods that are called at runtime. Normal JIT compiles only those methods that are called at runtime. In Econo JIT compiles only those methods that are called at runtime. However, these compile methods are not stored in the cache, so that RAM memory can be utilized in an optical manner. Pre-GIT compile source code into native code in a single compilation cycle. This is done at the time of deployment of the application. Normal GIT compiles only those methods that are called at runtime. These methods are compiled. Normal compiler compiles only those methods that are called at runtime. These methods are compiled the first time they are called, then they are stored in cache. When the same methods are called, they are called again. There are three types of GIT: normal GIT, Econo GIT, pre-GIT. Okay. Three types of GIT को नोट कर लेते हैं. What is native image generator? Engine X. Engine X. Engine X is store full compiled native code into cache. In other words, rather than dynamically compiling the code on runtime full image, native compile code is stored in a cache while installing the application. This leads to better performance as assembly. This leads to better performance as assembly. In order to install full compile native code in cache, we can execute below command. Engine X. No, it does not always necessary that Nginx produces optimized code because it uses the current environment parameters which can change over a period of time. For instance, code compiled in Windows XP environment. It is possible to view IL code, yes, it is possible to view IL code. By using ILDSM simple tool, we can view IL code. What is CLR? CLR is a CLR is a common language runtime. What is CLR? CLR removes JD to compile IL code. CLR removes JD to compile IL code. CLR is the heart of .NET Framework. It does four primary things: garbage collection, code access security, CV, and IL code to native transformation. Four things CLR do, which is garbage collection, CAS, code access security, code access security, CV, code verification, IL2 native code. IL2 native code. CLR removes JD to compile IL code to native code. Cleans any unused object by using this. Cleans any unused object by using this. Cleans any unused object by using this. Cleans any unused object by using GC. Note. What is the difference between managed and unmanaged code? Code that executes under CLR execution environment is called managed code. Code that executes under CLR execution environment is called managed code. And managed code executes outside CLR boundary. And managed code is nothing but code written in C++, VB6, VC++. And managed code has their own environment in which the code runs completely, and it completely outside the control of CLR. And managed code has their own environment in which the code runs, and it is completely outside the control of CLR. So what is the difference between managed and unmanaged code? Code that executes under CLR execution environment is called managed code. Unmanaged code executes outside CLR boundary. Unmanaged code is nothing but code written in C++, VB6, VC++, etc. Unmanaged code have their own environment in which the code runs, and it is completely outside the control of CLR. What is garbage collector? Question number 10. What is garbage collector? What is garbage collector? Garbage collector is a feature of CLR which cleans unused managed. Garbage collector is a background process which cleans unused managed resources. It does not clean unmanaged objects. Garbage collector is a background process which cleans unused managed resources. GC does not claim memory of unmanaged object. It is a background thread. It is a background process or a thread which cleans unused managed resources. Which cleans unused managed resources. It is a background thread that runs continuously. If there are any unused objects, this memory can be cleaned. Garbage collector is a background process which cleans unused managed resources. Garbage collector is a background process which cleans unused managed resources. It does not clean unmanaged object. Check if there is unused object which memory can be cleaned. Let's put this at this side. More effective, I think. So, what is managed and unmanaged resources? Code that execute under CLR execution environment is called managed code, and managed code execute outside CLR boundary. What is garbage collector? Garbage collector is a feature of CLR which cleans unused managed. It does not clean unmanaged object and reclaims memory. It is a background thread or program which runs continuously and checks if there are unused objects whose memory can be claimed. Right? Whose memory can be claimed. What is the importance of CDS? CDS ensures that data types defined in two different languages get compiled to a common data type. CDS ensures that data types defined in two different languages get compiled to a common data type. CDS ensures that data type defined in two different languages get compiled to a common data type. CDS ensures that data type CDS ensures that data type defined in two different languages get compiled to a common data type. CDS ensures that data type defined in two different languages that compile to a common data type. अगर हमने बीच में CDS डाला है तो कोई भी लैंग्वेज में आप कोड करोगे और वो .NET फ्रेमवर्क के थ्रू ही जाएगा. What is CLS? Common Language Specification. कुछ भी लिखोगे किसी भी लैंग्वेज में तो वो एक कॉमन लैंग्वेज स्पेसिफिकेशन के थ्रू ही जाएगा. CLS is a specification or a set of rules or guidelines where any programming language adheres to the set of rules. It can be consumed by any language following .NET specification. Difference between stack versus difference between stack versus heap. Stack and heaps are memory type in an application. Stacks and heaps are memory type in an application. Stack and heaps are memory type in an application. Let's note this also. What are the generation in garbage collector? Generation defines age of the object. What generation defines age of the object? There are different types of generation. Three types of generation. Generation 0, when application creates fresh object, they are marked as Gen 0. When GC is not able to clear the object from Gen 0 in first round, it moves them to Gen 1 bucket. When GC visits Gen 1 object and he is not able to clear them, he moves them to Gen 2. Generations are created to improve GC performance. Garbage collector will spend like more time in Gen 4 objects. What are generation in garbage collector? Gen O, Gen 1, Gen 2. Generation are created to improve GC performance. Garbage collector will spend more time in Gen O objects rather than Gen 1 and Gen 2, thus improving performance. What are the generations? Garbage collector हो गया. What are generations? More the object in Gen 0, more your application is stable. Generation defined object, there are three generations. Generation define age of the object. Generation define age of the object. There are three generations: Gen O, Gen 1, Gen 2. When application create fresh objects, they are marked as Gen O. When application create fresh objects, they are marked as Gen O. When GC is not able to clear the object from Gen O, in first round it moves them to Gen 1 bucket. When GC visits Gen 1 object and he is not able to clear them, he moves them to Gen 2. Generation are created to improve GC performance. Generations are created to improve GC performance. Garbage collector will spend more time on Gen O objects rather than Gen 1 and Gen 2, thus improving performance. More the objects in Gen O, more your application is scalable. Okay. Garbage collector cleans manage code. How do we clean and manage code? Garbage collector only cleans manage code manually. For unmanaged code, you need to put cleanup, destructor, and finalize. For unmanaged code, you need to put cleanup in destructor or finalize. Question number 12. But when we create a destructor, the performance falls down. Yes, when we define a destructor, garbage collector does not collect these objects in the first round. It moves them to Gen 1 and reclaims those objects in the next cycle. As more objects are created in Gen 1, the performance of the application falls down because more memory is consumed. क्वेश्चन 12 है कि when we create destructor the performance falls down. जब भी हम destructor बनाते हैं तो performance बैठ जाती है. How to make it up? जब भी हम destructor को कॉल करते हैं तो performance कम हो जाती है, right? Yes, when we define a destructor, garbage collector does not collect these objects in the first round. It moves them to Gen 1 and then reclaims these objects in the next cycle. As more objects are created in Gen 1, the performance of the application fall down because more memory is consumed. Yes, just answer yes. When we create a destructor, the performance fall down. Yes. Yes. So how do we clean and manage objects and also maintain performance? How do we clean and manage the object and also maintain performance? We need to follow the following steps. Implement iDisposable interface. Implement the dispose function. How do we clean and manage object? Let's note down this question number 40. How do we clean and manage object? We clean and manage object by using iDisposable interface. Implement iDisposable interface and implement the dispose function. In dispose function, calls the GC suppress finalize method. Calls the GC suppress finalize method. In dispose function, calls the GC suppress finalize method at the client side ensures that the dispose function is called when the object is no more required. Below goes the code. This is also called finalize and dispose pattern. This ensures that your objects are created in generation code rather than in generation 1. EC suppress finalize tells the garbage collector to not to worry about this pattern. Plus my CLS my class my disposable CLS my class dispose files product virtually insert code. dot suppress finalize. GC dot suppress finalize से dispose होता है. मैंने कर दिया. GC dot suppress finalize से dispose हो जाता है method. Please go through what is added to student quiz. Can you force garbage collector to run? Can we force garbage collector to run? Yes. System.gc.collect forces garbage collector to run. This is not recommended practice, but it can be used in summarized. Question number Question number 15. Can you force garbage collector to run? System.gc.collect forces garbage collector to run. System.gc.collection.run. What is the difference between finalize and dispose? Finalize is a destructor and dispose is a function which is implemented via iDisposable interface. Finalize is non-deterministic since it is called by garbage collector. Dispose function needs to be called by the client for cleanup. In other, finalize automatically called garbage collector, which dispose need to call forcefully. Finalize is a destructor and dispose is a function which is implemented by a iDisposable interface. Finalize is non-deterministic since it is called by a garbage collector. Dispose is a function and need to be called by the client to clean up. In other words, finalize is automatically called by the garbage collector, which dispose need to be called forcefully. What is CTS? CTS is a common system. What is CTS? CTS ensures that data defined What is CLS? Common Specific. CLS is Connection Arithmetic Tool. What what are stack and heap? Hello, yes. Yes. From Consider. From which company? I told like Monday, Tuesday will be possible. In the evening it will be fine. Tuesday, Tuesday 4 to 6 a.m. 5 to 6. Okay, okay. Thank you. Oh, let's continue. difference between stack and heap? What is the difference between stack and heap? So stacks and heaps are memory types in an application. Stacks and heaps are memory types in an application. Stack memory stores data type like integer, double, boolean, while heap stores data type like string and boolean. Stack and heap are memory type in an application. Uh, Stack and heap are memory type in an application. Stack memory stored data type like integer, double, boolean, and extra, while heap stores data type like string and objects. Stack store primitive data type, heap store objects. Stack store primitive data type, heap store objects. So stack and heap are memory types in an application, right? Stack stores data type like integer, double, boolean, while heap store data type like strings, objects. So this is stored in stack. Integer I, just 1 minute for break. We will take a break after 1 minute. Integer I, integer yi, this is stored in stack object owner. तो हम इसको stack और heap दो तरीके से स्टोर करते हैं, राइट? Let's copy this. There is a text box. Got it. Okay. Text box. There it is. What are value types and response types? 5 minute break. Hello, hi Suleika. Hi. Mera Suleika. Hi. Hi Ankit. Ankit. My name is also Ankit. Good. Oh, good. What are you guys doing? क्या कर रहे हो दोस्तों? Hello everyone. 3 minutes we have for a break. 1 minute. So next we will go through what are value types, reference types, boxing and unboxing. Is performance affected due to boxing and unboxing? How can we avoid boxing and unboxing? How can we avoid? How can we avoid boxing and unboxing? But next question है, what is value type? Value types. Value types contain actual data, while reference types contain pointers, and the pointers point to the actual data. Right. Value types contain actual data, while reference types contain pointers, and the pointers point to the actual data. Value types. Value types contain actual data, and the reference type contain pointers, and the pointers point to the actual data. Okay. Value types are stored on stack. वैल्यू टाइप होता है वो स्टैक में स्टोर होता है, राइट? Guys, we will take the comments after a break. So वैल्यू टाइप्स जो होते हैं वो स्टैक में स्टोर होता है, जबकि रेफरेंस टाइप क्या होता है, हीप में स्टोर होता है, राइट? What is boxing and unboxing? When value types is moved to reference type, it is called boxing. When value type moved to reference type, it is called boxing. When value type is moved to reference type, it is called boxing. And when value type is moved to reference type, it is called boxing. And vice versa is unboxing. Let's know this question. When value type move to reference type, it is called boxing. When value type is moved to reference type, it is called boxing. When value type is moved to reference type, it is called boxing. जब वैल्यू टाइप को हम रेफरेंस टाइप में स्टोर करते हैं, जब वैल्यू टाइप को मूव करते हैं रेफरेंस टाइप में तो उसको बॉक्सिंग बोलते हैं, और रेफरेंस टाइप को जब मूव करते हैं वैल्यू टाइप में तो उसे अनबॉक्सिंग बोलते हैं. When boxing and unboxing happens, the data need to how performance affected due to boxing and unboxing. When boxing and unboxing happens, the data needs to jump from stack memory to heap memory, and vice versa, which is a bit of memory intensive process. As a good practice, avoid boxing and unboxing. ठीक है. How can we avoid boxing and unboxing? First thing, it is very difficult to avoid boxing and unboxing. For instance, most of the time, you will move data from UI objects like text boxes and extra to business objects, and also vice versa, which will demand boxing and unboxing. Below are some keys to remember. First thing, it is very necessary to use boxing and unboxing. It is unavoidable, like moving data from UI text structure, internal C sharp data types, then go for it. Try to see if you can use generics to avoid it. ठीक है, generally we do not avoid boxing and unboxing, but if we can, you can use generic and all. Valid point. If we have a class reference value type, where is the value type stored? The value type will be stored in heap. Are static variables stored on heap or stack? Static variables. Static variables तो heap में store होंगे. Static variables even if the value type is stored on heap. How to prevent my .NET DLL to be decompiled? By design .NET embedded switch metadata inside the executable code using MSIL. Anyone can easily decompile your DLL back using tools like ILDSM or Reflector for .NET, which is a third party. Secondly, there are many third party tools which make the decompiling process a click away, so anyone can easily look into your assemblies and reverse engineer them back to actual source of code and understand some real logic which can make it easy to crack your application. The process by which you can stop this reverse imaging using obfuscation. It is a technique which will foil the it is a technique which will foil the decompiler. Many third party provide .NET obfuscation solution. Microsoft include one of the okay. Boxing unboxing हो गया है, consequences है performance. Now we will move to cast. Implicit casting and explicit casting. Explain implicit casting and explicit casting. So typecasting is a mechanism where we move from lower data type to where we convert type of data. Casting, what is casting? Casting is a mechanism where we convert one data type to another data type. Right. Implicit casting when we move from lower to higher data type. Explicit casting is when we move from higher to lower data type. Right. Data loss in explicit casting is very much possible. Where is casting? Casting. Typecasting. There are two types of languages, one which type safe and one which is type safe means preventing type errors. Type errors when data type of type error occurs when data type of one type is assigned to another type unknowingly and yet undesirable results. For instance, JavaScript is not a type safe language. In the below code, num is numeric variable and str is a string. JavaScript allows me to num. Now for the below code, 55 but C# is a type safe language. C# is a type safe language. C# is a type safe language. Casting. Typecasting is a mechanism. One type of data to other. Implicit casting. Explicit casting is explicit casting is when you move from higher to lower data type. Okay. Okay. Example of casting. What can happen during explicit casting? Data loss. What can happen during explicit casting? Data loss. Array versus array list. Arrays are flexible, array are not flexible, array lists are flexible, single type better than array. What performance is better, array or array list? Array list is slower than array because of boxing and unboxing. What is What are generic collection? Generic collection is a strongly typed and flexible. It is better performing just compared to analyst. What are threads? If you want to run code parallelly, then we use threads. What is the process of thread? Instantiated ins- started state, the ready state, not readable state, and dead state. What is TPL task? TPL task. Task utilize procedure and test parallel programming. Task return result while thread to mount. Task result return while thread to mount. Task return result while thread to mount. How do we handle exception in C Try catch. Try catch block. What is the need of finally? Finally block runs when you have exception. We do not have exception. So guys, we will meet on another live.